What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with a crazy rogue deck list, and this one is in the Destined Rivals format because we got 3 copies of the Energy Recycler, which isn't technically printed yet, but did come out early in the Stevens Metagross and Marnie's Grimmsnarl list, so we're able to get ahead and play a deck that I've been looking at for a while, because if you know me, I love using the Metang engine with Metal Maker. I mean, this will be a quick deck to break down, there's really not a whole lot going on, but Metang is the core of the deck. With Metal Maker, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic metal energies to any of your Pokemon in play and put the rest on the bottom of your deck. And when we're playing 20 basic metal energies, well, it's not too hard to dig out pretty much all the energy needed to set up our big swingers. One of them is Heatran. The single prize Heatran has the Steel Burst attack where you do 50 damage and discard all the metal energy from this Pokemon, doing 50 damage for each card discarded this way. And it's not base 50, excuse me, it's 50 times. So if you have 4 metal energy attached, you swing for 200 when you discard all metal energy. Now with 4 Metangs, the goal is to get 8 quadrillion metal energy on the Heatran and just blow up whatever we're staring down. And if we're staring down something like a Dragapult, which could be a little hard, we could just guarantee that for 4 energy, which actually does save us some energy off Heatran because it does have Jewel Breaker. So if our opponent's active Pokemon is a Terra Pokemon, we swing for 230 damage. Now that is an awesome attacker against a bunch of different Pokemon, such as any of the Ogerpons, Dragapults, Charizards, Hydreigons. We take them all down in one shot with 4 energy on Regigigas. So we've got 6 single prize insane attackers, and the Heatran is a very relevant ability too, where if we're damaged by an attack from our opponent's Pokemon, their attacking Pokemon is now burned. So, you know, that 20 damage in between turns from burn can get very, very relevant, especially against something like Gardevoir EX, which sits at 310. Because if they take the burn damage, now they're setting under 300 damage, which is 1 less energy needed for Heatran. Now, if you're looking, I tried to make this list, I don't know, I always like playing one Metagross. I feel like that's more of a unique card. I feel like a lot of people opt not to play it, but I don't like when my Metangs are just easy boss targets. I want to make sure I can make my opponent regret Metang in the active spot, so I love to play one copy of Metagross, where we do have Meteor Mash and can swing for 60, and then, you know, Meteor Mash will do 60 more in the next turn, so it's a good 120 attack option, but more importantly, we have Luster Purge for 200 damage, where we discard 2 energy from this Pokemon for 4. We're playing now 3 energy recyclers, so I'm pretty comfortable, you know, putting energy in the discard off an attack, especially if it's just with the Luster Purge option, but it's more of a failsafe, give us an extra option, again, just in case Metang is bossed up for a little stall. We don't want to retreat, we don't have the energy to retreat, you know, we don't want to waste the energy or an attacking turn. Let's just get some extra energy on Metagross instead of hoping we can get energy for a retreat and then an attack. Now, for the rest of the deck, this is where we fly through because there's really not many cards. We're just playing a heavy Arven build. We're going for the Precious Trolley setup and just get our whole bench loaded up with Beldums, and then we'll evolve from there. Now, to get them evolved, we have TM Evo, which does help because more likely than not, we're starting in energy, so as long as we get Precious Trolley TM Evo, we can get our whole bench lined up, 2 Metangs down, and then we have 2 Ultra Balls, which could get us out any other Pokemon we need, such as any single prize Pokemon like Heatran, or excuse me, basic attackers like Heatran, or another Metang, or we could hopefully just draw into them with our Ionos if we didn't have the bench space with Trolley. And again, since we're playing Trolley, we really don't need to worry about having an insane amount of Pokemon search. The goal is to just get everything down instantly and use those 2 Ultra Balls plus the natural draw of Iono and the natural thinning of Metal Maker to just draw in the rest of the Pokemon we need. We're already playing a meme deck. Let's just bank on it working even harder, because why would you not double down on yourself? Then we're playing 3 Iono just for good hand disruption, 2 Boss's Orders to make sure we take our KOs where we want, and 4 Pokégears to make sure we're getting the supporter we need when we need it. Past that, we got what, 1 Buddy-Buddy Poffin just to get some Beldums down in case Precious Trolley is prized, and we can still TM Evo those guys. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire list. So before we hop into today's video, just wanted to remind everyone 2 things. 1, the Battle VIPs podcast does have its own channel on YouTube and Spotify now, so go check it out on either of those. I apologize for not getting the episode up last week, even though I said I was going to. My whole, video capture was a mess. I actually have no idea what happened, so I apologize. We're gonna have another episode coming out this week. It's always a fun time. I'm gonna hope to have a guest on the episode this week, so definitely stay tuned for that. It would be awesome to see. Now, the other update is that we got the TCG Player affiliate link in the description down below. So if you're going to TCG Player to order any cards, such as the new Energy Recycler to set up our amazing Heatran deck, you might as well go over to TCG Player to get any singles decks or deck accessories for any card game. Really does not matter what. Click on the link and ordering stuff within 48 hours supports the channel in a massive way. So thank you so much to everyone who's been doing that. Now, with that being said, let's hop into today's video and see how well Heatran Metang can do. Welcome to match number 1. We open up with a great hand for Trolley TM Evo, and I have to say, I did record a match before this against Tatsugiri EX deck. So if you want to see a deck in the future that's Tatsugiri before Destined Rivals, please let me know. I got a couple versions built. Would be a ton of fun to run, and we did take the turn 2 KO. However, I was recording it on my intro screen with the you know, like the Gyarados art and everything, so the whole match just was not visible. So that's a thing, but I feel like I'm 1-0, and we're up what looks to be some sort of control box, probably for Regigigas EX, going off the Giraffe Rig, trying to shut down those basic EX Pokemon. That's not something I'm worried about. I got all single prizers, and I got all smoke coming down for my opponent. So they are going to Buddy-Buddy Poffin get off the Cleffa and Fan Rotom. Now, depending on what other attackers are in this deck, I'm hoping it's just wall-type stuff. We can work around Cornerstone Ogerpon if we need to. We have the Regigigas. It does swing for KO. We if absolutely needed, could even go in with Metagross. Like, we've got options. I'm not too worried yet about getting walled off. I just kind of want to do my thing, set myself up as good as possible. For now, let's go Trolley, let's go Evo. And we got our Metangs in the deck because I got one in hand. So that definitely works out for us. Do I bench this Beldum here? I feel like I do. Right? Let me see what we got here. So we got two. Oh, I definitely have to bench the Beldum, because then we'll take 2 attackers, take 1 more Heatran and 1 Gigas, and then we'll bench the Beldum. Just load up the bench right now. Yeah. 1 Beldum is prize, but when we take a KO and we get the Beldum out of the prizes, they'll KO a single prize Pokemon, we'll get our 4th Beldum down, so it's not the end of the world. For now, let's go TM Evolution, get 2 evolved. I've got a manual evolution for next turn, so I'll have all 3 Metangs that I could get in play ready to rumble, since I don't have the 4th Beldum. This, I think, works. This works pretty nicely. Alright, sweet. Unless I just skipped over a Beldum there. That would be pretty bad. I mean, it is early morning when I'm recording this, so I wouldn't be shocked if we get a misplay or 2. I'm literally waking up, jumping out of bed, doing a little morning routine, and then boom, we're live. We're on the video. So we'll see what my opponent's got this turn. I'm curious if they could even set up fast enough to put on pressure, or if I'm just going to start going in, look at the top 12 with Metangs, just load up KO every turn from here on out. Now, getting rid of single prizers does hurt sometimes, because we need minimum 3 energy to attack, which means we're swinging minimum 350, and there is the Cornerstone Ogerpon that I was talking about. So look, we'll set up a Heatran, we'll go for a boss KO if we need this turn, and then once they deal with our Heatran, we'll go in with Regigigas on the Ogerpon. I'm not too worried about it. Honestly, we have an amazing hand going into the rest of the game, and by amazing, I mean we've got 3 Metangs on board, 2 bosses in hand, and they go Hero's Cape, won't stop me. We're swinging 330 with Regigigas, and Regigigas does not get one-shot by Cornerstone Ogerpon because it does not swing for weakness. Its attack does read that it doesn't take, it's not affected by weakness, resistance, or any effect, so it's a good shred attack, no weakness, resistance, so it's a base 140 every single time, which is solid, good consistency on it. So my opponent has 10 cards in hand, and we'll see where they go. I mean, I doubt they go Cleffa, right? It doesn't really hurt them to have in play. I'm not doing any damage to bench. I'm just going for their active every single time. And they had, yeah, there's the Fergraph EX. And now this is a Pokemon I might want to boss up if they could retreat. No, they're going for 360 HP for Regigigas. Okay, well, this is going to be a Pokemon we need a 2-shot probably. And that's okay. I mean, we'll beef our way through. What does this do? 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay. So they could KO our active and then start littering some damage somewhere on the bench, which is a little annoying, but my goal is to try to 2-shot this guy, because 360 is a hard number to push. So how much would I need? I would need 8 energy, I believe, which is a lot. That's definitely going to hurt. But we have a lot down, so that hopefully should help a little bit. We're going to take 2 here. So now we're at 3. I've got 4th in hand, so I need 4 energy between these 2 Metangs, if I'm not mistaken. And we hit 3 of them there. Okay, wait, stop playing. Are we actually going to one-shot this thing? That would be insane. Come on, give me 1 or 2 energy. Let me see it. No, we whiffed. Oh, no. We're at 300, 350. Oh, my gosh. All right. I'll just put this energy on Regigigas and prep for the Cornerstone Ogerpon. Or, yeah, no. We put it on Gigas, prep for the Ogerpon, and we just go Steel Burst for 300. Oh my god, if I hit one energy off that last Metang, that Farigiraf was cooked. Not the end of the world, though. I mean, we wanted to two-shot it. Now look, if this wasn't a wall deck, right, and we're staring down Dragapult EX, gone, easily 350. Good night. And that's why I like this deck so much. I mean, it's so simple. It does its thing. It gets out. I guess I could have put an energy on the active, so if they attacked me, they would have burned themselves and KO'd. That might have been a small misplay, but, I mean, hey, it's not the end of the... Actually, yeah, that would have been pretty huge, because then I could have attacked just any other Pokemon right there. Yeah, whatever. We're already here. Like I said, I'm not thinking. It's early morning. We're just here to do our thing, get our job done, and run out comfortably. So I think what they want to do is put the 30 damage on Regigigas so that Ogerpon can deal with it the following turn. I will be throwing up, honestly, probably Regigigas in the active. Yeah, definitely Regigigas now. I don't mind Heatran having a little damage done to it. I want to KO with Gigas. I don't know if they could get 3 energy on an Ogerpon in one turn, and my base damage is 100, which is more than enough to KO here. And yeah, that was definitely a small misplay with that energy. I should have put it on the active. I just wanted to save an energy for Regigigas so it's easier to set up, and we get an energy off the top deck. So now I just need to hit 2 energy between the 3 Metangs, and then we'll need to draw into something at some point. Never mind, I'll hit all 3 right now. So then we're gonna just put the energy on Heatran here, and I don't even mind setting this guy up right now because I don't see an attacking Pokemon that I'm too worried about. I like this. And do I rip a 4th Metang? Why not? I know. Let's rip a 4th Metang. Let's have some fun with it. We'll take that. Now we're swinging 200 with Heatran, and we got the 330 on Farigiraf. Oh yeah, I forgot it's a Terra Pokemon. Never mind. Buddy's cooked. Buddy is totally cooked. And now because there's no damage on our Gigas, oh my god, Energy Recycler and Beldum might be the 2 best prize cards we could have asked for because we have an unholy amount of energy in the discard pile. They can't one-shot with the Ogerpon. We know their A-Spec is Hero's Cape. It's not Sparkling Crystal. They need a full 3. I don't know how you accelerate 3 energy per turn with the setup my opponent has, which means we should have an easy boss KO on Ogerpon here to get us up another 2 prize cards. They're going to go Arven. Who do you take off Arven? Now, this is where I get a little worried. They could go Counter Game, but then they're not going Crispin. They go Nestball TM Evo. Interesting. Who are we evolving into? Is that maybe a better boss target? We're swinging base 100 on a non-Terra Pokemon, which I'm fine with. They get Monkey Dory down. The goal is they have no damage in play to Monkey Dory. We're just going to one-shot absolutely everything we can every turn. They're going to get the Evo there, Rod back their Farigiraf and the energy. No, just the energy. Okay. Smart. And I'm sure they got a Crispin for next turn. That's fine. I'm going to bench Beldum, play the Recycler. Probably not use any Metangs. I think all I want to do is just boss KO. Because I don't really have any energy I want to spread anywhere. Unless I get maybe another Metang. Maybe I do want to set Heatran up just a little bit better. I'm not sure. We get Night Stretcher. Ooh, that's pretty sweet, actually. Alright, so let's keep our play going. Let's go... Do I even recycle? Yeah, because if they Iono, I'll be pretty upset. So let's just take all 5 energy. I could Night Stretcher the 1 energy back, but I really don't think I need to. I could hold that for a Pokemon. I think what we want to do is just boss and take another 2. Since there we have no abilities, it's a Terra Pokemon. We're swinging 330. Don't need to use my Metangs. There's nothing I need to set up for. I'm looking at a single prize board state of Pokemon that can't attack. I'd rather just take my 2 prize cards, drop down to 2 left, and get on out of this match, because now we've got a playable supporter to dig a little harder. We got Arven, pull out another Evo, which is good Ultra Ball fodder to get my 4th Metang out, and then I've got Energy, and then I've got a Night Stretcher to bring back an attacking Pokemon. I've got a whole lot of Metal Makers. I'll be going through 20 cards a turn looking for energy. That feels so good. Yo, the trolley build is insane, and they go Research, Psychic Energy on the Monkey Dory. They're going for the Confusion play. If they don't bench a 2-prize Pokemon here, I think all I do is boss KO Monkey Dory. This is the biggest threat that I've seen. They could take a Farigiraf, that's fine. I am confident I can set up another Regigigas if absolutely needed, assuming they can deal with my active. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to see where they go. Yeah, they go another Monkey Dory, that's fine. We'll take the one with the Psychic Energy. I don't feel like dealing with Confusion. I'll drop down to 1 prize card, which means whatever's in the active will get torched. And if they take out a Metang to the active, because it's the highest retreat cost, well, that's where we go Metagross. And we just go for that Luster Purge. So maybe I do hold the Ultra Ball here. They switch into Fan Rotom. Okay, they want to give me Fan Rotom. They can't assault landing. They already did play an energy down on Monkey Dory, so I think our boss target stays the exact same. We just stop the Mind Bend play. You go Pokégear for what? Crispin. Yeah, no. You don't need it. I mean, I guess they could go for another backup Monkey Dory. They could get Dark and Psychic down. And if that's the case, we ball. So do we even boss here then? Because we could just retreat if they confuse us and just take him out with Heatran. I think we kind of got game on board. So I don't think we need to boss. We'll let them take their Monkey Dories. We're going to swing 100, take the KO. If I boss up Monkey Dory, I won't. I'll be 10 damage short. So yeah, let me just Arven here. Take out another Ultra Ball TM Evo. Right. And then we can Ultra Ball TM Evo Energy. Take out a Metang, excuse me. And we have Metagross in the deck too. So yeah, there's not a Pokemon they could boss up that I'm worried about. I think we just sit on this hand. We've got a boss KO on Cleffa for game, if Regigigas is still in the active and not confused somehow. So let's just do this. I think we have the best setup we ever could ask for, and we roll off this. Next turn, we can Ultra Ball away Night Stretcher Energy, take out Metagross if they boss up a Metang, and try to keep that guy there, and set up our Luster Purge. If they leave Regigigas in the active, we retreat into Heatran. If they... Yep, here's the boss, and there's Metang. Yep, alright, this is what we're prepped for. I'm so happy this is in the video, because this is exactly why. And evolving into Metagross sets up, or gets rid of all the status effects, so we're kind of good here, and we get Energy Recycler. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, if that's the case, then we Ultra Ball away both of these, so our chance of hitting Metagross is that much better. Now, the ability is not affected by Metal Maker, which is good. So I think we just recycle all of our energy back into the deck, use our active Metal Maker, and then evolve into Metagross, so we guarantee our 4 Metangs, and we're going to hit 3 of them here. Oh my gosh. I mean, how do you argue with this? There's consistency, and then there's what we're staring at. For some reason, this is okay. I mean, I'll stop talking. Like I said, there's consistency, and then there's whatever this is. Right, Metang? Right. So we'll get our 3 there, because why not? And we'll Luster Purge, discard 2. Still have 4 left, so we could go Luster Purge next turn if we wanted as well. I don't know why the confusion effect is still there. We did evolve, so any status condition is removed, but the visual effect was still there. But that's just TCG Live being TCG Live. We took 6 prize cards in the time my opponent took 1. That is about how this deck goes. So I'll see you guys in match number 2. Welcome to match number 2. We took a mulligan. Sometimes you open up with amazing hands, and sometimes you open up with this. Now, if I top deck an Arven, we're in business. I do have Trolley. I can get my benched Pokemon down. I just have 0 follow-up. Nothing. I have absolutely nothing. So you know what? If my opponent's playing Guardy, no, they're not. They're playing... You know, this is a deck with high Iono count, though, if I'm not mistaken. There's some hope that they could give us a new hand, which would be pretty nice. Now, the goal against the Stage 2 non-Terra Pokemon is to Heatran and PRE. We saw Heatran get above 300 in match number 1. We're going to watch it get above 300 in match number 2 again. Now, that Snow Run is going to be the problem, because that's going to evolve into Frost Ice. And the cool thing about my deck is I couldn't have more abilities in play if I wanted to. So this could be an awful matchup for us, but it's gonna be fun and we're gonna have a good time, so I'm not too worried about it. We get our own Iono here. Oh, we don't whiff these. All right, we go Precious Trolley. We're gonna need all 3 of these guys down, and honestly, I'm just gonna take my Heatrans. I mean, this is fine. This is a game where I, more likely than not, am gonna Luster Purge at some point, so you know, it'll be a little bit better than match number 1's Luster Purge, where now it's a non-ability Pokemon that swings 200, very relevant damage when I'm trying to 2-shot probably a lot of my opponent's active. And this is not ideal in the sense that we have 4 energy, but great in the sense we have 2 Metangs. So if we're going to whiff 2 Evo, I'd love to have 2 Metangs on me to get me through. Hopefully we don't need to swing too hard. Hopefully they don't go Grimmsnarl immediately. That would be terrifying. I would have no idea how to respond to that, to be honest. I mean, we would need to hit, what... If they go Grimmsnarl, they'll have above 300. We need 7 energy, which means I have 1 manual attachment, which is pretty cool. And then I would need 6 more, so I need each Metang to hit 3 energy when 4 are in my hand, and we know a bunch are on the bottom because that was also in my starting hand. That doesn't feel good, and I needed that Petron in play. I needed that boss KO for 4 energy on this Petra. That's a shame. They'll take 1 energy off the Vessel. An Artisan. Oh, maybe they're still going for the setup. Maybe they don't have it. I think that's going to be our best bet in this deck is, like, pray that we just set up faster and stronger than my opponent. You know, and they're going to go TM Evo here. Get the Morgrim out. Get the Frostlass out. And the Frostlass is going to start ramping up damage very, very quick. So we also need a one-shot absolutely everything. We can't let these Monkey Dories go to town. If the Monkey Dories go to town, our Metangs are going to fall faster than, I don't know. Yeah. Sure. Alright. Here's the damage. Oh my god, no, it doesn't matter because they just, their own Frostlass will damage the Monkey Dories. Whatever, you know, just don't worry about it. Let's do our thing. Let's play our game and take our KOs. We need 2 energy. 1, honestly, off these Metangs. We get 3. Great. Let's put 2 here, 1 here. Let's just start setting up a backup Heatran. We need to set this guy up as early as possible. Get him ready to deal with that Grimmsnarl. We fail it. That's fine. 4 non-energy on the bottom. I saw that, what do you call it? That Metang. And that one I'm not a fan of, but it's okay. Let's just go Steel Burst. Hope they're taking a KO on the active. And take our prize card, which is, I'm looking forward to our prize card. I think it's going to change the game, and it's obviously going to be a supporter, because that's what we need right now. No, it's a 4th Beldum, which, honestly, that could be just as relevant as a supporter, especially with our Metangs falling like flies. Who do they promote? Do they have Marnie's Grimmsnarl in hand? If they don't, we're in a decent spot. Because we could get ahead, try to get a little more aggressive. They have the Morgrim and the active, and now the damage is going to start ramping up on our Metangs. Oh my gosh, yeah. If we don't outpace this deck, we are so cooked. They go Artisan. They've got 4 cards in hand. They go Maractus. Are you trying to stall up a Pokemon? I'll KO something with Beam. I fear nothing. I'll go Luster Perch. I'll see. Honestly, TM Evo doesn't feel bad if they try to boss something up. They got the rescue board, yeah. They're gonna go in with Maractus, but if they don't have a boss, they're keeping Heatran in the active. Attacking it burns them. Doesn't matter though, because I need 3 energy to attack. And we actually take 0 damage from that because of our resistance. Oh my god, so they theoretically could just instantly lock a Pokemon. That's fine. We'll attack with everything, and they research. Oh wait, Grimmsnarl. Why did you not evolve? What? Did I miss something? Did TCG Live not let them? I know there's the bug sometimes when stuff is in your deck, it doesn't let you drag it out. Could they not do that from their hand? That would be insane. I'm so confused. In what world do you not evolve there? Maybe they were scared if they evolved, took the KO, I would have responded with the Heatran, blowed up their only Grimmsnarl. That would have been huge for us. And yeah, here's what I mean, man. The damage just ramps up with Freezing Shroud. We're already at 40 damage done. We have to blow up Maractus here. And we get an Ultra Ball. It feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. I could get rid of energy. No, I want to hold this in case I need a Metagross. I think we just go double Metal Maker. Unless we can't set up, which would be pretty bad. So we got 1 energy. I just need 1 energy off this Metang. If I whiff it, I'll get a 3rd Metang out, and I get 1 energy. That's fine. That's the minimum I needed. I'll take that. We'll attach this energy here. And then I think we just Steel Burst again for the KO, see what my opponent's got in store for us. We're up 2 prize cards, which feels awesome, but we got to remember that we're going to lose pretty much 2 Metangs in probably the same turn here. They go Exploding Needles. Does not matter, I don't think. They still have to attack my active. I don't think they're at Monkey Dory range on it yet. And we draw out another Heatran. Honestly, that's a fine prize card to take. They go Morgrim. There's 10 damage done. Yeah, even if they Monkey Dory the 2 damage counters on their side of the board to my active, I guess then they could go for a boss play, use Grimmsnarl's attack to KO Heatran from the bench. They could take 2 this turn. That wouldn't be ideal. And my 1 Metang is going to be in the danger zone next turn. So maybe we have to get... Maybe I go Luster Purge now. Just throw the guy in the active, tell him to figure it out. Right? It doesn't feel awful. Take some pressure off my Heatrans as well. Especially if they're not spreading the damage there. It's not the end of the world. Oh, maybe they didn't Grimmsnarl because they didn't want to get any energy down early, right? Because there was no other Impidimps on the bench. Ideally, you evolve into Grimmsnarl, and then you got 4 energy going to your 2, an Impidimp and a Morgrim, or Grimmsnarl, excuse me. And then you have 2 set of Pokemon ready to attack. You could just use your manual attach on some Monkey Dory. Or maybe they don't have Grimmsnarl. Maybe they're still stuck. No, you have Arven for Ultra Ball. All right, well, I mean, I dreamed. I dreamt of a world for a second. And you go Night Stretcher to take out the Grimmsnarl. Alright, it's alright. Here's where we show off big the power of Heatran. And I think this is a turn where I get a 4th Beldum down. I Ultra Ball for a Metang, and I put my Heart and Soul. You retreated. Do you have... No, you put that guy down this turn. What? I'm so confused. Yeah, you artisaned for Impidimp. So you can't rare candy this turn. You're putting 2 damage on that Heatran. Okay, I mean, we KO... They're going for a big boss play. Because this Heatran will have less than 30. They could Monkey Dory to it. Oh, that's not great. We have a Night Stretcher. We have no Pokemon. I don't need a Night Stretcher for energy yet. Ah, boy. Or they're going for a 2-prize turn maybe with their Monkey Dories. KO this guy. KO this guy here. That would work. That would work. So maybe we evolve now. And we chase down a Metagross. Just take that guy off the board from evolving. I like that. So then let's use this Metal Maker right now. And we'll hit 2 energy. That's huge. And I'll put... I need to attack this turn. Take a KO. So we'll put that here. And then we need to go Ultra Ball. And I need to get rid of TM Evo Energy. Just because I could see a world where I need a Night Stretcher back, a Metang, or a Heatran to KO. And I could always dig out a Recycler or something. And I like the Metagross evolution here to shut down this line. Now they need to boss it up or put a lot more effort into killing that guy. And then we'll go 1 more Metal Maker. And we'll figure something out off this guy. We just take the energy. That's huge. Do I attach this energy? I don't know where I'd attach it to that I'm not scared of losing it. Honestly, or no, because I have Night Stretcher, so I could take back an energy if absolutely needed. But I don't know if there's a correct Pokemon. Probably is the Heatran with 50 damage left, if I had to take a guess. Let's throw it there. Our active, I don't see a world where this guy doesn't get KO'd. So we'll swing 150, take our 3rd prize card with it. So that guy has gotten full value. And although that feels amazing, my opponent has such massive... The longer this game goes on, the better my opponent's chance of winning, in my opinion, is. And we get an energy out of the prize cards. It's honestly kind of nice. I think I've still gone this entire game without a supporter, except for the Iono first turn. Let's see, we did Iono at some point, right? Yeah, we played Iono, and I think I have not found a single supporter since. So that is the downfall of this deck sometimes. You know, you're just not built like that. You know, we need a top deck a supporter. But at this point, we've got 3, 4, and then we've played 14 energy. Oh my god, in total. And they go Iono, put us down to 3. That's okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world in all honesty. And we get a Metang, a Recycler, and a Night Stretcher. That might have been one of the best Ionos I've ever seen. If I could top deck Arven and get another Recycler out, oh my god, we're cooking. We're cooking. I am also really banking on my opponent taking a KO. If they don't, I'd be pretty upset. They could just use Monkey Dory to move the damage onto my benched Heatran with 3 energy attached. That would be a shame, but I mean, hey. You know, or they could put it on Metang. Oh my god. That would be pretty bad. I think if they do that, I evolve into Metang with the one in my hand, Night Stretcher back the Beldum, and just figure something out later. That guy won't take much damage unless they Monkey Dory or spread with a Grimmsnarl damage to it. But I need them to KO my active so that I can one-shot with my Heatran with 3 energy. Because I'll need a good bit more. I forgot if it has 320 or 330. I'm praying 320, so when they attack me, they get burned and they get KO'd, and that would feel pretty cool too. I'm curious to see where they Monkey Dory the damage to. Where could they? They could throw all 40 on Metang, then it would get KO'd. No, they retreat into Impidimp. Oh my lord, they cannot find that Grimmsnarl. I feel like they, researched away the one, and then they Night Stretcher chose to take not Grimmsnarl. I'm like shocked. They're taking their first prize. They're going full Monkey Dory on Metang, so this guy's going to get KO'd. No, they're not. They're looking for a bigger turn next turn. Okay. I mean, we'll figure it out, I guess. I don't know if I see the vision, but my opponent definitely does. My Heatran is going to fall this turn and has 10 HP left. So that is fine. And I take out another Metang. That's a great top deck, in all honesty. I don't have much energy left, so I think I have to Recycler now and just get another 5 in the deck. Shuffle it up. Just because I don't know, we need to get some extra Metangs. This guy's dying, so I need to get some value. Actually, they don't have to put any damage counters on this. It'll just die on the way back. So we're going to get the 2 energy here. They got Night Stretcher, 4 KO, if nothing else. We are going to Metal Maker now and take another 2 energy. And we're going to attach 1 to the active. And now they could move 40 to Heatran, and then it would die on the way back. So you know what? Maybe we just start setting up our other Heatran. Probably is best. And then we can Night Stretcher now for 1. No, I wait for Beldum. Because I don't want to do this with 1 Metang. Not ideal, but it's cool. I want to save this for when Metang gets KO'd. And then I could just bring Beldum back. I mean, that kind of feels best. We'll take 1 more prize card. Now, all we need is 1 Grimmsnarl, though. Yeah, that's interesting, actually, how this kind of worked out. And then, yeah, they take a KO there. And who do I promote? I think, actually, honestly, I promote this Metang. They have to kill it. Or they have to attack, which means and if they just leave it, they pass, it still dies. They could Monkey Door to it, but then my Heatrans could live. So, yeah, I think this guy is probably our safest bet in the active right now. It's going to die anyways at the end of the turn. I'd rather it sit in the active, so now it's like, well, it was going to die. That was an extra prize card. Now if they have to use their attack on it, it was going to die anyways. That's fine. And if, you know, they somehow get rid of this guy, no, there's the Spike Muth. Now they could get a Marnie's Grimmsnarl, and now I just have to work to blow up a whole... Wait, what? That did not... No, they go Night Stretcher for it. Okay, they just took a Morgrim, and they played Night Stretcher for Grimmsnarl. Yeah, we have to blow this guy up. 320. Oh my god, you know what? Could get KO'd on the reverse if we could get a Heatran in the active that's set up. That's nuts. That is huge. Oh my god, they had an energy in their hand to manual attach. I was going to say they failed the Punk Up. There's no energy left in the deck. Do they have one in hand? They do. Oh my god, so they take out both Heatrans this turn now. Eesh. That's bad. That's really bad. So maybe we do promote Metagross and we go for what's probably going to end up being a Meteor Mash. Set up a Heatran on the back end. They go Counter Catcher to take out Metang. Oh my god, they're going to take 4 prize cards this turn. Right? Oh no, is 1 Heatran left? No, it's not. They're going to take 4 prize cards this turn. Yeah, I think they... I knew this was going to be a nightmare. This is way worse than I thought. This is bad. I'm going to need a top deck the most insane card. I don't even know what top deck would be the best. They're taking 4. We need to blow up 1 Pokemon in the active. So much easier said than done. I have a feeling Arven would be our best top deck. And yeah, so now that guy's KO'd. They've got Frostlass to put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon. We throw Metagross in the active just because it's less switching for me. Frostlass procs, KOs both of these guys. It's a full board wipe. And we've got, what, 14 energy, 12 energy in the discard pile. That guy had no energy, yeah, just 12. Okay. I mean, we have a Meteor Mash. It's better than nothing. They've got 1 prize card left. Oh, so they might just win because they had the 1. That's so true. And I've got nothing to retreat to. I think they just got it. That's a shame. That's a shame. Gotta hit him. Yeah, he hit me with the thumbs up. Gotta hit my opponent back with the thumbs up. That was a nuts play. We'll scoop that one. That's a shame, man. We're 1-1. That is such a bad matchup for this deck, though. And we fought, I think, pretty well into what might be the most miserable matchup for our deck. So I'll take it. And we definitely had some bad luck. Like, had I had a supporter at any point after that Iono, I feel like we would have been cooking with fire. But, I mean, hey, I'm not going to complain too much. We did what we can. I think that matchup is winnable, just we needed a bit more, and we were drawn into energy off our top decks and our Ionos and not our Metangs, and that's how it goes sometimes. So, I'll see y'all in match number 3. Welcome to match number 3. We're up against Goldango, and we honestly have a pretty fine starting hand here. I think all we want to do is just keep our setup as simple as possible. Next turn, I still think we go Trolley, right? We go Trolley TM Evo. If they attack Heatran at any point, that's fine. I can manual attach an energy to Heatran, but more importantly, I could get some more cards down for us. And what do they got? It's the Dunsparce variant, so they are going to be drawing an insane amount of cards. Hopefully, we don't see a single prize Scizor at any point come out. I feel like that would be pretty bad. And we've, yeah, an amazing hand, honestly. We got Night Stretcher too in case something gets KO'd. I could bring Heatran back, but that's even still a maybe. We'll take our Trolley, take our Evo, and we've got a whole bunch of Metangs, Metagross. I mean, what do you call it? Regigigas is useless. And we did prize 1 Beldum. I feel like that's happened every single game today somehow, but that's fine. Not too worried about it. This is a attack 1 Pokemon at a time type of deck, so I think all we want to do is TM Evo the active, expect the KO, so attach the energy to a benched Heatran. And honestly just rock with this. I mean, this is fine. We should have 2 Metangs guaranteed. We could always try to go Ultra Ball to get a third down, which always feels good. My opponent's deck is not a super high HP deck. It's 260. If they attack us, they get burned. They're under 250, so we just need, what, the 5 energy? If I'm not mistaken, 5 times 5, yep, 25, which is pretty good. And if we need the 6th, we could do the 6th. I mean, that's fine, especially with 3 Metangs. I think we could get there. We're taking great value. We're getting 2 prize cards for the price of 1, with the exception of this first KO, assuming my opponent takes it. So they got 7 cards in hand. The likelihood they have it, I'd say, is very high, especially if we dodge a Genesect. They make it rain early. Yeah, they got it. They didn't need anything else. No, they swung 100. Oh, that might have been a misplay. I feel like you never swing into Heatran if you're not taking the KO if you're Goldengo, because now you're under 250. You're 2-shotting my single prize Pokemon, and I need 1 less energy. I don't even care. The burn did the 20. I just need 1 less energy, period, right now to take the KO. This feels pretty good, and we go Arven. Could be Ultra Ball for a 3rd Metang. And you know what? I think that's exactly what we do. We go Ultra Ball, TM Evo, and then here I Ultra Ball. I want to keep Night Stretcher. I think there's more value in Night Stretcher than Gear since I have Iono. So I Ultra Ball, take a 3rd Metang, and put my heart and soul into taking the KO this turn, because we got 3 Metal Makers. We're looking at the top 12. There's 1 energy, feels pretty good. Can we get some more energy? I'm going to need 3 energy out of these 2 Metangs. There is 2 of them. So now we're swinging 200 damage. I just need 1 energy off this Metal Maker, and we are golden, and we hit a full 4. Well, that is one way to do it. So we do this here, and then all 3 there. We should be swinging 250. No problem. We got 1 energy needed on my bench Heatran. Actually, yeah, no, 1, because they have to attack to KO my active Heatran unless they go boss's orders. Which would be a shame, but that's fine. I mean, we get 2 energy here. This is... Oh my gosh. Oh man. That is not a good spot for my opponent to be in. They could go boss on my bench Heatran. That would be pretty awful, I'm not going to lie. You got the energy retrieval to bring a couple energy back. But we're going to need more. If you just go find a friend, I will set up a Steel Burst, and I will blow up into a Dunsparce, and that seems to be the exact play my opponent is going for. That's fine. I'm not going to let you breathe. I will take my KO just to disrupt. No, you go Fez in hand. Assuming I take the KO. What if I don't? What if I just pass? That would be nuts. Do I ever Iono here and just put that Fez back on the bottom? I don't hate it. I mean, chances are they draw into a Goldengo or something like that, but I feel like I'll flip the script. They'll get there anyways. And I think I kind of want to find an Energy Recycler at this point. Let's attach to active. I don't need to bring anything back with Night Stretcher, so let's just go Iono. Give me a new 4. And hope I find a Recycler or an Arven, which could get me a Recycler later, and literally ask and you shall receive. We got the Recycler down now, so I could bring back all 5 energy. And then rip my Metal Makers again. That feels pretty awesome. Just see how many Heatrans I could set up at once. So let's go for the first. I need 2 energy on the active. Golden. And then I think now we set up a different Heatran. So even if they boss up 1 benched Heatran, we're still okay. We're kind of spreading the energy. We're making sure that we can attack with whoever we want, whenever we want, and take our KOs. My opponent doesn't have Fez. Now, one of these Heatrans is the right boss play, and one of them is not. But, I mean, hey, that's assuming they have boss's orders, and they don't, Arven to get a Energy Search Pro or something like that. Make sure they have their energy down. We are on an odd prize card here, but I've got Pokégear to get me another Iono or Arven. Oh my god, now this is why we play Heatran. It feels so good. When this deck works, it's like, where do we go to stop this, besides Marty's Grimmsnarl? Now, what's crazy is you have to attack my active. You have to use Make It Rain. You have to KO a Heatran, even if it is the amazing Heatran. That's just a manual attach, insta-KO. And there's Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. Could guarantee Energy Search Pro, Countercatcher. And I think that would probably be the right play. Countercatcher to take the Heatran with all the energy out. And then we'd have to do it with an energy with 2, or a Heatran with 2 energy. Which, I mean, we're part of the way there. That's fine. They draw their 2. They've got it instantly. What do we see? Do we see the Countercatcher or the Energy Search Pro? We see the Fez. Ooh, Fez Countercatcher would go nuts. No, Fez Energy Search Pro. Okay, if they don't Countercatcher here, we are going to be so far ahead in this matchup, it's not even funny. They're going to get all the energy needed from their hand. It would be insane if we top deck Iono. or Pokégear into Iono, and we just put all that energy back on the bottom. Make it a nightmare of a time for my opponent. I love this matchup, man. It's just, it feels so clean. When we could get a decent setup, I feel like a lot of matchups feel like this, though. When we could get a decent setup with this deck, I mean, just lead Arven and an energy, which is pretty. I mean, the Arven, you know, we got 4 Pokégear for Arven. I feel like the chances are as good as we could ask for. We could just go to town on my opponent, and I think the Ultra Ball to get Dunsparce here is smart, because now there's 4 energy in the discard pile. If I go Iono, the chances of them getting superior energy retrieval to keep energy in play is huge. So even if they're not thinking about that, that is a big play, and they're going for the KO on Heatran, which means a manual attach KO with this benched Heatran is where we're going, and I am just going to set up absolutely everything this turn. I mean, I think here we get Night Stretcher for Heatran down, and then we just try to set up 2 Heatran at a time, because yeah, they're at 240 HP. Manual attach does everything we need to here. Let's gear, see what I find, and we get an Arven or Boss. I think I take the Arven here just to have the Energy Recycler for next turn, unless they Iono, so maybe I do it now. No, I'd never do it now. Let's just stay on our flow. We've got 3 Heatrans. Yeah, I don't want to waste it. If they Iono me, they Iono me. As long as I've got 2 Heatrans that are almost set up, I think we'd be in a fine spot regardless. So this is okay to just triple Metang and save our Arven for next turn. Again, they go Iono, they go Iono. It's not the end of the world. We've got 2 energy. We only need 5 energy on each, ideally. And then, or 4, because then we have a manual attach for KO. They have to deal with the Heatran at some point, which means, like, next turn, which means that they're going to be at that 240 mark again, and we've got 2 energy there. Can I hit 2 more off this Metang? That would be nuts. I think we just got game on board. And a manual attachment. Manual attachment, game. That's it. So we'll swing 250 here. Take our 2 prize cards. I'm expecting an Iono, which is fine. I mean, I'll top deck an energy, of course. Like, why worry? We've got enough in the deck where that is possible. We get an Energy Recycler out of the prize cards, as well as a Pokégear. If there's no Iono, I mean, we got game guaranteed because we got the energy in hand. And if they go Iono, how many energy? Do we have 1 left in the deck? We got 4, 8, and then we got 16 energy played. So there's 4 energy in the deck. We know the bottom 5, there's 1 energy, but we're not going to get that far. We're going to see the top 12. There is 4, guaranteed 3 energy if 1 is prized out of the top 12 of 18 cards. I feel like those odds are pretty good, in all honesty. So even if my opponent does go Iono, I still feel like we're in a decent scenario. Would I Energy Recycler if I top deck that? It would shuffle my deck up, but I think even shuffling my deck up, putting 5 more energy when there's 4 cards on the bottom that are not energy, I think is fine, because all we need to do is hit 1. So I think, like, math-wise, how the numbers are working, I think even if we get an Energy Recycler next turn, we should play it. Or if they don't Iono, and they just KO, I think we still go... No, wait, they're playing except for Maniacs. Oh, never mind. we just got game. We just manual attach. I'm doing all this math for probabilities of hitting the energy in our head just for my opponent to not play an Iono. I mean, they could... No, they played Energy Search Pro. They don't have Unfair Stand. We're fine. That's game. That's match number 3. What are we, 2-1 with this deck, I think? That's nuts. Nuts. They still could countercatcher, but even if they countercatcher, they take up a Heatran with energy, we manual attach to the other Heatran with energy, KO. Good night. That's it. So yeah, I think we got it under wraps. This deck is insane. I love the Precious Trolley build. I feel like the Precious Trolley build adds another level of consistency to this deck. I mean, I feel like Hyper Roma, it's like, oh, it's cool, you can evolve all your Beldums, but how do you get them out instantly? Precious Trolley. Like, I was hesitant to play it at first, but I think after running it, I love this deck more and more with Trolley. I mean, Secret Box is kind of nice too. You could get a whole lot of value out of Secret Box, but I don't think that's even, like, totally necessary. I think a build like this is fine, and they just pass. That's the smartest play. That was it. But this is fine, because all we do here is we go Recycler, and we just go to blow up their active. We take all this energy back. We could Pokégear to just draw a card out of the deck. We would take a boss's orders. Oh my god, we could go boss on Fez if we whiff the KO here. So you know what? Actually, I don't want to Arven yet. They just scoop. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to Arven for a Recycler yet. I think we just use our triple Metang, and we've got boss KO on Fez, or KO on Goldengo, but no, they just scooped. They knew there was no way they were making that comeback with the setup we had. That's going to wrap it up for match number 3. I think we're 2-1 because we lost to Grimmsnarl. I forgot what happened match number 1. I think we came away with it. We're not 1-2, are we? I don't know. 2-1, I think. Regardless, this deck is nuts. Give it a go. With that being said, I hope you guys are doing awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently, and stay epic. Peace.